Hi, welcome back to Lakeside Quilt Making Arts. Today's video is about the Piece in Quilt sampler that Susan Aki and Lisa Alexander are doing, and there are several who are sewing along with them as a quilt along. They have their own hashtag, and I'll put that on the screen so that you can use it too if you are doing it as well. If you are, send me your process pictures and let me share them and inspire everybody else. This is a year-long quilt along. So we might as well keep everybody motivated is what I'm thinking. So evidently this works a little differently than what I have become accustomed to with the quilt show. With the quilt show, I'm looking at it over behind the camera here. There's a monthly tutorial that Barbara Black does whenever each block is released. Well, in this scenario, we're given all of our blocks and patterns up front in the book, right? So you just get the book and let me show you. That's the shoe fly block. So it's just going to tell us how to make the shoe fly block and gives you the different sizes. I do like this book a lot because it gives you all the different blocks that are used for a variety of different quilts. All this back side that I'm flipping through right there, that's all different quilts. I think it starts, this whole section right here is a bunch of different sampler quilts. And this is all the blocks that go into making all these different quilts. And there's some beauties in here. One that I am pretty certain I'm going to have to do later is, where is it? Let me see if I can find it quickly. It's an Americana one. It says Land That I Love quilt. And let me get a better picture of it. Isn't that wonderful? I know it's kind of contorted, but I can't get it any even better than that. That's the best I can do. Isn't that beautiful though? But inside the book, you've got the entire quilt. So there's no release on a monthly basis of a new block or anything. And so as far as I can tell, there's nobody giving any kind of tutorial. I looked on Instagram, I looked on YouTube, and I looked on Pat Quarter Shop. I looked with a Quilting Life, Sherry McConnell, and Pat Sloan. Pat showed what she's done on hers. She did show that. And then Kendall, who is her ambassador, supposedly doing it as well. I didn't see anything on his YouTube channel. And I just felt like if today is the release date that we would have seen something if there were going to be any tutorials. So I guess it's just everybody's doing their own thing. I've kind of felt like I was going to get tutorials, get to see people showing how they manage the construction of the different blocks. That's okay. I can self-teach through written word pretty well. I do well through that, especially in book form. But online, like there's the forums on the Quilt Show where Barbara Black is and others, and everybody seems to have a blog. I don't know what it is, but learning from reading on a screen just is a different matter for me than holding it in my hands. Maybe it's just because I'm old. I don't know. So the quilt, let me find it in here. The quilt we're doing, the Piece in Quilt sampler, this is what it looks like in their original colorway. And the Fat Quarter Shop's doing it in the Shoreline, and I forget which one that Pat's doing it in, and I haven't seen what anybody else is doing theirs in. But I'm doing it in my Moody Midnight Ocean. So that's why my board looks like this for all of my shoe flies. So there's 12 shoe flies that you make, and then you surround another block with the shoe fly. So after I get all these made, then I need to make another block, and that block goes in the middle, and there are 4 shoe flies, then the block, a shoe fly, the block, and another shoe fly, and then 4 more. So you get a frame around the center block. And I haven't colored, I've not even thought about the color of that. I just know that all of my quilts, all of my blocks are going to be just a moody grays and deep blues with a little bit of pop here and there. And with this one, the way I handled this, and I may freak some of you guys out if you were the type that you don't write in books, but I write in books. Write in my Bible, and it's how I got through college. I write in books. If it's my book and I plan on keeping it a long time, which I almost always will keep a book if I buy it, well, that's not true. That is not true. That's not true. I will get rid of books if I feel like I'm not going to use them again. But I also feel like if I'm giving away a used book, somebody else might appreciate if they're getting the book for free, they might appreciate my notes. And if not, it's okay. They're paying nothing for it. Okay, so the shoe fly instructions, I think this may be better if I put the camera at a different angle. I'm doing the 3-inch, so I'm cutting. On the background, you're supposed to do, there's an A and a B and a C and a D. And the C and D are prints, which are these two right here, these two dark ones. And then A and B are what they show in the white. Okay, so it's the same measurements as 1 7/8, 1 1/2, 1 7/8, 1 1/2. So I figured out 4 different pairings of my fabrics and decided if I'm making 12 blocks, which I have to make 12 blocks for this first block in the sampler quilt to surround the inner square. Okay, so that means I have to have 24 of these, 48 of these, 24 of these, and 12 of these. Okay, well, if you divide that by my 8 fabric choices, then from each of my fabrics, I need to cut 3 of these, 6 of these, 3 of these, and 1 of these. I did that. Well, I was about to do that, and I thought, well, I can't do that because you don't need an odd number from this. If you do an odd number, then your block isn't going to have matching colors involved. And then I started thinking, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see what happens there. So what I'm expecting is that I'm going to have an odd number of my shoe fly blocks that's really scrappy. Like one half square triangle here, it's not going to match this one, or this one. And I think that's going to be kind of cool. So what I ended up doing is what is written out here. Of each fabric, I cut out 3 of this, 6 of this, and 3 of this, 1 of this. But again, this is the same measurement, 1 7/8, 1 7/8. So I ended up cutting 6 of these and 7 of these. And so it went pretty quickly. I got them all done. And Zoe is resting right now, so I'm going to try to put together 1 or 2 of these blocks. And this is how I'm making progress on my log cabins. Every time that I stitch anything on any other project, I've got my board set up. You can see it over there. I'm just pulling from that and using those kind of like leaders and enders. And I just have 1 or 2 of my log cabin blocks at all time going underneath the needle as I am working on another block. So it should come together, like without even being aware that it's coming together. So I can multitask in that way. I think I had this revelation this morning that, Dawn, you must be getting some confidence because I think you're multitasking better. And that's cool. That's good. In all honesty, I think the situation with my dog and then my fall last week helped me to kind of calm down, to kind of take me away from the anxiety of all the things I was trying to learn and to kind of get recentered and to try to, and that helped me to just find my confidence about what I'm doing. And I've told you guys, I'm going to be vulnerable with you about what I don't know about quilting and show all that so that you can, if you're a newbie as well, you can feel better about yourself. If you're a learned person and you know what you're doing already, you've got a body of knowledge and the skill sets that you can help guide me, then you would do that and that'd be fantastic. So I just wanted to, just be who I am and be where I am, and that's okay. Wherever we are on our journey is okay, and that's really the message I want to give. But I realize I haven't been really very truthful about Zoe's situation. And it's been very distracting. I'm at the point of having to make the decision if her life continues, and that's not easy, and it's been very distracting. So, and because of that, I'm prioritizing her If she asks for my attention, I stop whatever and I'm giving her my attention. She's needing my help to get from room to room, to walk around. She can walk okay outside, because she's kind of coordinating her two back legs like a hop. You can't really tell it unless you really pay attention. But walking around inside the house, she can't. Like, she's running into everything. And I believe it's because of the medicine she's taking, gabapentin. And but I can't take that medicine away. We've added another medicine to help her. It's just in dogs. It doesn't exist in people. It's just for the inflammation of arthritis. And so it would help her some, but she's got a lot of other issues too. But I can't take away the gabapentin and give her anything any stronger or anything that works with the organs, is processed through the kidneys or liver, because she's got kidney damage. So there's just a lot going on with my puppy. And she's not a puppy. She's 13 years old. And I've had her almost 12 years. In August, it'll be 12 years. So this is the first time I've been able to talk about it. And I'm going to stop talking about it before I get upset. So let's get back to making some shoe fly blocks. I just wanted to be completely upfront with why the videos and the programming has kind of changed this week, because I had some significant monkey wrench thrown into my life that needed my attention, and it was worth prioritizing that over what I'm doing here. I think you all would probably do the same. I hope you would understand. Well, the way the cookie is crumbling on this one, close enough to being out of time. I don't want to make a rush decision. I can't decide how scrappy I want these blocks to be. There's going to be enough variation in the bigger block that holds the 12 shoe fly and then the one in center block. But I really kind of feel like to achieve the objective that I want for this quilt, which is, just a blend of colors that you would see over the ocean at midnight if there was a storm, and just a little bit of moonlight shining here and there. So I like real scrappy, but my eye really wants to see more balance. So I'm not completely certain. I'm not going to sew anything. I'm going to just wait, have a look at it tomorrow with a fresh pair of eyes, and see what it says to me tomorrow. See if it speaks to me any. I've pieced together, placed together enough combinations that we can take a look at them here on this video. And if you have any thoughts on the matter, please provide comments and I'll take a look at those tomorrow. Assuming that Zoe lets me get this video edited and put up. She's been resting pretty decent at night, and in between naps I can probably get a short video put up. That's why today's, the one you saw this morning, was really short. I'm trying to not prioritize anything that keeps me from really being present with her. If this is the last of my time with her, I want her to go out peacefully with wonderful thoughts and feeling very loved and very peaceful, It's just not an easy thing. But I know you are here for quilting and not a lot of personal drama. And making such a decision and dealing with such matters with a beloved pet is definitely drama. But it's real life, and I know we've all been there. It's just part of it. I've been very blessed to have her in my life. Oh my gosh. So it's just part of it. When you love, you have the responsibility of loving well. She's loved me well, and it might just be what I have to do is love her well too and not be selfish. So we're going to talk to the vet again tomorrow, and we'll make a decision together. My friends, I hope you have easier decisions in your life going on right now, and that whatever is going on, the stitching that you're doing, the sewing and the quilting and the piecing is all keeping you well balanced, because we all know quilting is the best kind of therapy. Art in general, anything that you can put your mind and heart into and keep your mind busy and be creative with, it's therapy. For goodness sake, yeah, it is. Absolutely. But I think quilting's a special kind of therapy. I hope you guys are just drowning in therapy and it's all going well. We'll see you soon. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.